Hello. Hi, guys. My name is Harsha. I'm the founder and the CEO at Nirvana, a coding school that guarantees you a job. So I started the company 2 years back at ETHDenver, at 2022 ETHDenver, and ever since then we are helping people get upskilled and get their jobs. So I'm going to talk about hiring in Web3 and AI. So just screw the AI and Web3 part. Let's talk about hiring, getting hired any job, any field, any industry. So um, so here, who you are, kind of beginners, intermediate, like show me hands. Are you a beginner? Okay, are you an intermediate or an expert? Nice, cool. So a beginner, we call a beginner if you're exploring, you have a couple projects going on and you are getting things started. Pretty exciting, joining projects and stuff like that. So if you are an intermediate, you are already having a job or an internship, you have a couple good projects under your belt. You are contributing to open source projects and your name is going on, recruiters are reaching out to you, and it's pretty fun. And then you are an expert if you are like Master Ugwe. You guys know Master Ugwe, right? So he is the founder of Kung Fu. Pretty sure you guys have watched Kung Fu Panda. If not, you guys really need to watch Kung Fu Panda. So let's keep the jokes away and then let's get back into business. So answer honestly, are you really happy where you are when it comes to your career growth or where you are in your career right now? If you are a beginner, you kind of need to have an internship. You need to keep skilling up, grinding, and growing. So if you are an intermediate, you need to have a satisfied paycheck that supports your life, that supports your lifestyle, and you must be building really exciting stuff that makes you wake up every single morning to do cool stuff. So if you are an expert, you are someone who's leading a team, the go-to guy to put down fires and stuff like that. So if not there yet, if you are not there yet, it is actually fine. You are on your way there. So let's let me share you how to get there. So we at Nirvana, we are teaching this as a boot camp, and we are charging $8,000. But here I'm gonna tell everything for free, and it is your responsibility to follow this stuff and make sure you actually do it. It's actually not rocket science. Anyone can do it. It's just common sense is not so common sometimes. So yeah, let's start off with career nirvana. So what is career nirvana? Career nirvana is you have a fulfilling career that your values, your interests, and your goals are all aligned together. So just if you are to think a bit deeper, think in a deeper level. So have a bit of self reflection. So sit down, take a pen and a paper, and understand what you really want in life. Where do you want to go in 5 years down the line? Think not what your parents want, not what your partners want, or not what your social media audience want. What you really want. What do you want? That's the saying in the Notebook, the movie. So and then when you know this, sit down again and do some research. Let's say you want to be a Web3 engineer 5 years down the line who's making 250K. Again, sit down and kind of ideate a plan, do some research on what are the skills that you need, what are the roles that you can go to, and how to reach these goals. You can when your brain knows the goal you want to go, it can put together a pathway for you to do it. And now it is the most important thing. Now now you have your goal, you know your pathway. Now you need to make it happen. So getting a job predominantly comes down into networking, the people you know. The network your network is your net worth, they say. So now comes the networking part. So while you are doing the networking part, like you need to make sure you skill up as well. So now you know your goal, you know the pathway, you know the skills needed. Now you need to like skill up. So skilling up, like make sure, like why skilling up is important is when you're networking, you do not want to sound like a noob. So make sure you are upskilling. And so in the next couple of slides, I'll share some key tools and points that can really get this going. So good developers always like struggle to find jobs because they can't market themselves. Like the developers who are actually marketing themselves are the people who are really getting the good jobs. Um, so yeah, you need to market yourself. So let's get back into networking a bit because we need to cover this part before going into marketing and stuff. So when it comes to networking, network might be like kind of common sense, as I said again, but common sense is not so common always. So first you need to prepare. So when it comes to preparing, you need to like build your ideal character. Think of the ideal character of yourself and just imagine it. And then once you know it, you need to make an elevator pitch. What is an elevator pitch? An elevator pitch is like what you're gonna tell someone, explain someone while you are going on the elevator upstairs, like 40 seconds, 30 seconds, something like that. So that is an elevator pitch. So you need to put this together, and then once you have this elevator pitch and all, you need to put in the action, like now, like you need to meet people, you need to initiate conversations, and in these conversations, ask questions like what brings here, like you here today, and what does your company do, and then compliment a bit about themselves, and build a rapport, and build a very human connection with like the people you network with, and ask what you like what they need from you, and like understand what like they need from you and you need from them, and then you elevate, and then when you are networking, come into an agreement like this is what you need, this is what you want. So we are going to connect on LinkedIn, and make sure you always connect on LinkedIn, get the number, Telegram and stuff like that. So one thing about LinkedIn, Telegram, is every year this is my third ETHDenver. So I really recommend you guys to stick with LinkedIn. The reason is keyword research. The people who are in your network, you need to be able to search their keywords and find these people like 2 years, 3 years down the line. If you connect with them on Telegram or even Twitter, you really can't like search these people. Like let's say someone works at ChainSafe and now you have a job interview lined up at ChainSafe. You need to know, like you need to have a way of like searching the people in ChainSafe, and then reaching out to these people like to build a nice rapport. So to do this, LinkedIn is important. Telegram doesn't allow you to do that. I mean, you kind of can, but it's not the most ideal. Twitter also, it's a bit challenging. So once you are connected with someone on, at this point it can be like a Telegram, LinkedIn, or anything. You need to follow up. You need to keep following up, build a rapport, build a nice conversation, talk to these people. Like, they are human at the end of the day. So be very human, be very normal, and don't try to get something. Always try to give value. This way, it is like, a very natural human connection. So, kind of use this like simple strategy to make make contacts at ETHDenver, because this is like the place to network. I started my company 2 years back at ETHDenver because I was networking. And then this networking will always open doors to you, like really, really freaking amazing doors. So let's talk about LinkedIn a bit. Like, why actually LinkedIn? because LinkedIn has like 900 million users and 57 companies. 57 million companies are active right now, or like it's like growing every single day. And the crazy part is like 8 hires are being made every single minute on LinkedIn. That's bonkers. That's nuts. Like when I saw these numbers, I was like, oh, this is like really bonkers. So it is like literally the biggest professional platform on the world. And like in the next slide, I will explain like key aspects that you need to focus on, increase your chances landing interviews using LinkedIn. So going deep into LinkedIn, like always like study job descriptions and find them, and keywords, like add these keywords to your profile. So let's say you are now in the job market looking for jobs. So you need to like browse these job articles like on job boards and LinkedIn, and make sure like there are certain keywords. These keywords needs to go on your description, and then like take a nice headshot, make it like look professional, like smile a bit, like be very human. Don't look too professional. Be professional as well as like human. Like these are the things that we've been doing for like 2 years, and now we know these things work. So yes. And if you are an aspiring developer or a beginner, please don't mention it. Like, don't put like you are aspiring developer or a beginner or stuff like that. If you have like a couple years of experience, with like X years of experience as a senior smart contract engineer working with this is project, something like that, in the lines like that. But do not mention or do not put as an aspiring developer or a beginner. Like, just phrases like that, because that immediately signals like recruiters, and if you apply to a job, like you're not good enough, you're not confident enough. So do not put that. And then when like sending connection request, if you take time to craft a personalized invite, the chances of getting accepted is like really high. So stick to quality over quantity, but in the beginning, quantity is important. So if you are a total beginner coming into the market, go for quantity. Then slowly shift into quality over quantity. That is very important. And being active on LinkedIn plays a major role. Your profile showing up on top and stuff like that. So comment on other people's posts, like, and then share like very be a thought leader in the industry. Even if you are a beginner, if you do not know jack shit, just talk about stuff. Like, you can use ChatGPT, but make sure it is like your authentic stuff. You can use ChatGPT to like, research and all, but be a thought leader. You are the guy, like the guru, like, you might like feel kind of the imposter syndrome and all sometimes, but it's fine. Like, just put stuff out there, and if people like it, they will like, you will get some engagement. And if you do not get some engagement, what's it like? It's like nothing to lose, right? So you need to be a thought leader in your domain, and it is very important, because like branding comes like in the forefront of like your job search. So moving forward to now, like we branded our LinkedIn. We are now marketing our LinkedIn. Now it's the time to like how to apply for a job. So when it comes to applying for jobs, quick apply does not work. It rarely works. Once in a lifetime it might work, but it rarely works. It like almost never work. Do not quick apply. A quick apply means like easy apply on LinkedIn, just like one click. So what you actually need to do is, when you are looking for a job, you need to research about the job. Like, make sure the job is like posted at least 2 weeks back, 2 weeks into the past. And if it's like anything more than that, like you can think the job is already filled. I mean, in that case, you can do a quick apply or a easy apply, but at that point, it's not worth the effort. And then when you are like applying, always inquire about the company, on LinkedIn, find their email addresses, like use an extension and stuff like that, or like Apollo.io, stuff like this, and talk to people in the company. Connect with your peers in the company and talk to them, talk about like the company, and build a very personal level rapport with these people, and it'll like help a lot. And when it comes to like small companies, you can directly talk to the CTO. If it's a medium scale company, you can talk to the hiring manager. So there's this one incident that I remember. So one of our students, we have this call calling scripts in our the job boot camp. So one of the students, he just it's kind of a big company with 150 plus employees. He just picked the phone and called the CTO of that company, and he landed an interview. And he did not get the job, but he landed an interview. That's like crazy. It's like a big company. He just applied. He just picked the phone and talked to the CTO. And I myself have hired so many people just because they reach out to me, just because like after an interview they like ask about the how did it go, how can I improve and stuff like that, building a very personal rapport. Like doing that itself makes the hiring manager or the CTO or the CEO feel like this person has the energy to like put in to improve and to do something, to make a change and do big in the company. So you need to always make these people feel it. So the key decision makers need to feel it. So CVs, like make sure update it from job to job. Make sure you do a keyword research of keyword research of the job description, and the key at least 50% of the major keywords needs to be in your CV. That's very important. Like you can use softwares, like there are so many softwares right now in the market. Just hack your way around, like use these softwares, create a CV, a new CV to almost all the new jobs that you are applying. It is very important. And then the GitHub. The GitHub plays a major role when it comes to hiring in tech. Those green dots are like really important. Recruiters are looking at them, and there are now softwares to kind of analyze all this stuff and kind of vet the candidate. So talking about GitHub, like make sure you have like your README posts and stuff like that. So it's like very nicely structured, because at the end of the day, a human is also going to look at your GitHub, and you need to make sure your GitHub is up to date. And when it comes to applying, use like job boards, LinkedIn, but do not easy apply. I mean, if that's the only option, you can easy apply, but always put in effort for every single job, because it's your job to find a job. If you are like getting a job that is paying you like 150K, 250K, like you are sorted for a good amount of time, right? So put in the effort, you will be really be satisfied and successful. So while you are doing everything, the most important thing is like following up. After you apply, each and every time you need to follow up. Like make sure you maintain a spreadsheet, follow up once a week or something, up until you get a no, follow up. Once you get a no, just like don't follow up. So yeah. And then we've been doing this like for the past 2 years. This is what I just explained is exactly what we are making our students do, and we have zero job guarantee requests. We do provide the job guarantee with our bootcamp, so we have zero requests for the job guarantee. So that actually showcases a lot of our results. So I just covered everything that we are actually doing. I did not skip any good parts. So this is the reason boot camps exist. The roadmap, the accountability, the coaching is very critical to land a job. But if you have the determination, you probably can do it yourself. If you need help, we are there as well. So that is my elevator pitch. And if you be 1% better every single day, you are 36 times better and consistency is the key. So thank you very much for listening to my speech. Have a good day.